I flexed this $40 Evil Eye deck about a month ago, and a subscriber asked me this question. Let's build a slightly more expensive build and discuss every card choice. First, we are going to start with the Evil Eye monsters. Yeah, definitely the Searcher Sigil is... There's no way you're not free of this card. This card is the Searcher. It's a Searcher that searches a Searcher that can search more searchers. Yeah, this deck is ridiculous. The consistency level of Evil Eye is off the chain. Any deck that can search searchers, that's searching searchers, that, yeah, you guys get it. Yeah, ridiculous. So Sigil also has the effect where you can pop a special summon monster if it's attached to the which we are gonna reach soon because it's a heart and quarter deck. Next we are playing the new bad boy. This card was just released last month. Our Bastille's Truce. Man, this card is ridiculous. This card has two spicy effects. If you and this is one thing I love. They added the swarm effect to Evil Eye. Evil Eye was more of a control deck, but now the deck now can combo off like crazy. The deck gets me brewed. Yeah, control deck that gets me brewed. I always love those. This card can special summon itself if you have an Evil Eye monster on the field from your hand or the grave, which is crazy because this card synergizes so good with also the other new cards we receive. But what I love about this card is the fact that it allows you to exceed summon during your opponent's turn, and you can actually utilize one of your equipped cards. Man, this is crazy. So which means it gives you like easy access to the Zerziel, and when Zerziel, unlike Zerziel, does not specify what it wants to pop. Yeah, Zerziel pops special summon monster. This guy pops everything. Everything. Next we have the Devolve version. I think this guy is Evolve version of this guy. This also has the effect where you can special summon stuff, but only from the graveyard if you have an Evil Eye monster on the field. And this also has a nice effect where you can protect one of your Evil Eye cards, magic and spell cards, well, magic continuous cards, which is nice. Not much, but it's nice. But primarily using this so you can go into your Exceed plays on some Link plays. They do get banished when they leave the field, both of them after they've used the effect, but most times you're going to be exceeding with these cards, so they're going to be returning back to the graveyard when they leave the field. Well, they wouldn't be leaving the field, so that's great. I'm playing 2 copies of the Bacillus. Now the reason I'm playing 2 copies of this, it kind of gives the deck more depth, allow the deck to play through interruptions. A quick example I would give is if you happen to open this in your hand, or maybe the domain, this gets Ash Imperm or whatnot. You can literally special summon this card. You can activate this effect to sell Gorgonino to the graveyard and activate Gorgonino effect, which is to just discard an Evil Eye. If you have an Evil Eye in your hand, discard an Evil Eye monster, and you can literally search in Evil Eye spell and trap, which is crazy. And one of the cards you can search, which would be the Unleash. Now, Unleash itself can send to the graveyard the Bastille Trick and get you your seal into your hand, which is an additional play. Now, this card being on the field, you can just special summon this from the graveyard, exceed play, automatically you still can do a full combo. So this is why I'm playing this card as 2. Man, it's really nice. It's really, really nice. And all you have to have is an Evil Eye monster on the field. You can special summon this. You can actually have this card in your hand on its own, summon, send to the graveyard your Gorgonino, activate Gorgonino effect by discarding an Evil Eye card, send Unleash to your hand, and the same combo because you're gonna send the Bastille Truce or lower rank version to the graveyard, special summon them, and you still have a play. You still have a play. So this is why I'm playing this card at 2, because it really works. Really works well. Next we have the Evil Eye spells and traps. Man, Evil Eye spells and traps are really nice. Like I said, the consistency of this deck is crazy. It's really crazy. And being that the deck gotten the support, just 2 cards, like it took the deck from maybe a 6 in terms of like budget tier, to maybe an 8 now. Like it is a contender, and after this video, hopefully, you know, I'm gonna be posting some clips of this deck versus Metal, and it actually holds its ground. And this deck is still under $100, far under $100. I know it's supposed to be the head-graded version of the $40, but I still kept it to a minimum. But man, this deck does so much. So selling is actually the hat key and heart of the deck. Like this is the most important card. Once this card is attached to any of your monsters, they get the secondary effect or the main effect. Some of them. I'm playing this at 2. After we got the new support, I downed it to 1. I cut it down to 1, but man, being a Cash is a thing. Yeah, bro. If Cash banish 1 copy of this, you're in trouble. And yeah, and so I'm definitely playing 2 because how easy we can search this card. Quite nice. I'm also playing 2 copies of the Gorgonino, and this is the searcher that searches the searcher that searches the searcher. Then again, most of them do. Most of them do. So playing this, this card also has another effect. I remember one of my duels, my Zergel had a 142k attack. So this card actually gives you a boost of attack given the difference between your opponent's life point and your life points. Being that this deck burns life points every time a card is activated, one of your evil eye cards is activated, you can always at a deficit. So yeah, but trust me, this second effect is super good. I'm playing 1 copy of Awaken. This is like the monster reborn, and also if Celine is attached to a monster, like that, once Celine is equipped to a monster, all the cards have like a secondary added plus effect, and Celine being equipped to a monster is like one of the easiest things to do in this deck, so you always get a plus. So if Celine is equipped to a monster with Awaken, you can special summon a Evil Eye from the deck. Yeah, I know, that's crazy. From the deck, bro. Really nice. Oh my goodness, Evil Eye Unleash, bro. This card is just ridiculously good. This, you know what's funny about this? Sending to the graveyard is cost. Even if this card gets Ash, you are still good, right? Most times you activate this card, you are going to be sending to the graveyard a Gorgonino and your Basilistal Streak. Yeah, why not? Special summon itself does a lot of crazy thing, and you would add to your hand a Celine. This again Ash only prevents you from getting the Celine to your hand. If you have another Evil Eye monster, Evil Eye card in your hand, you can literally just activate Gorgonino effect, pitch, search your Celine, and you kind of back in the game easily. So this game Ash doesn't really matter. This also has a secondary effect, and this effect is nice. This is where the Basilisk really shines, because during your opponent turn, you get special summon Bellatrix and exceed summon. Now this card states whenever you exceed summon, link summon, whenever you link summon, you can banish this card to equip one of your equipped cards from the grave to the monster. So automatically during your opponent, you just exceed, link summoning, and just equipping, and another interruption again, which is, oh my goodness, you guys are gonna see more. I did showcase some of the deck in the last video, but we want to see the deck versus meta. So if you're interested in seeing this deck versus meta, you want to see what this deck do before you even try it out, make it or buy it, and just wait for the next video. It's gonna be flexy, spicy, and nicey. Without playing free copies of the domain. This is definitely free copy. This, like I said, and I keep saying it, man, I just love it. Decks that search as are good. This deck searches. This deck searches, which is super nice. And this deck also, it has 2 other effects. With battle, if your opponent does choose to attack you. Wait, that's saying that I didn't even mention the most important fact of Celine. The fact that your monster cannot be destroyed or targeted or destroyed by battle effect once equipped with Celine is nuts. And this is so important. I do not know how I forgot to mention that, in case you guys have never played the deck. Yeah, this is why this deck is so threatening. And this deck is ridiculous. Next, we are playing, in terms of the trap, we are playing the Evil Eye Defeat. This card actually can send 2 monsters back to the hand. It doesn't specify whose monster, so you can literally send your monster back to dodge. If your card again is equipped with Celine, you can actually send 2 cards. Yeah, this is a really nice effect. I'm playing 2 of the Retribution. Yeah, man, in the meta now, there's a lot of really good magic and trap cards. Playing against Cash, the field spell, buff, what's that trap card? I can't remember the name. Is really good. You want to negate all those. Trap tricks is a thing. Labyrinth is a thing. Everybody's playing evenly match. Oh my goodness, yeah. So I'm like, bro, I'm playing 2 of this guy. I want to set up my combo, and instead of like searching to this, I want to draw it already, have it in my hand, so that way I have access to magic trap negation, card pops, and everything. Yeah, because this is a control deck, so it's setting up. Harpies and everything is gonna be in the side of persons, gonna be siding. So yeah, definitely playing Retribution at 2. Retribution is so good. It's really nice. A searchable magic and trap negate. Yeah, definitely. This deck is hella scary on its own. But when you're playing 12 hand traps, when you're playing 12 hand traps, it just shows, right? This is a deck where you can literally play with only one card. One ceiling is easily a 4 interruption combo. One field card is a ceiling, which is a 4 interruption combo. One cards, guys. All you need most 1 or 2 cards and you go crazy. With 12 hand trap backing it up, oh my goodness, bro. Everybody's gonna be hitting you. Everybody hits Chris. Yeah, I've never watched that show, but yeah, that's how you're gonna be. Everybody hits your name. Yeah, I'm telling you. Alright, I'm definitely playing the Sideframe Gamma. The reason why it's still in my first video, but definitely I have to mention it here. Most of your combo starters does not need a monster on the field. One, you're gonna start with your field spell. Yeah, the opponent's gonna ash this because everybody know what Evil Eye does. Opponents most likely also is gonna Ash Unleash. All these cards. You don't have monsters in the field. You don't have monsters in the field. So your opponent activating an Ash in a turn, bro, your back's gonna get broken. Sideframe Gamma is, oh my goodness. And what's also great about that now, Omega gets you one, because your effects are, you gotta banish this card, picture card to search. During your standby phase, Omega gets this card back in your graveyard, which is an automatic free search next turn. Alright, Omega, these cards normally when they leave the field, especially when you do a link summon with Basilius, it's gonna get banished. Omega is gonna return into the grave, which is nice. And Omega also has a nice effect, added effect, where you can banish a card from the opponent hand temporarily, which is just an added effect, added bonus to us. So yeah, definitely. I mainly play this going on my turn. It's really rare I activate this on the opponent's turn unless I am aware that they're gonna have a really irritating board. Otherwise, I'm just gonna leave this effect for my turn because I don't want my cards being banished. I don't want to have 2 useless cards in the deck. Plus, the main purpose of this card in the deck is to protect these cards. So yeah, definitely. Nibiru, man, I think Nibiru is like a staple of this format because cash is everywhere. Everybody's playing this deck. And you know what I like about the Omega platform? It's like going at a YCS with just like lower rate duelists, but everybody's playing the meta, so you can have an understanding. You know, unlike your locals, persons are gonna be playing top deck, but some persons are limited due to cash, right? And I mean cash money, not cash, yeah. right? But online, you know, everybody's testing, so most likely persons are testing the best deck because this system has rank, and rank gives you points. And man, you know, this is why you can have like flexi card. You're gonna be playing guys, and you're gonna see all these rarities. You get points when you level up. You get extra dueling points to buy rarity. So most persons love rank, and so most persons are playing. Man, you are not getting. It's really rare you come across a budget deck playing rank in Omega. So Omega is like, if you want to understand the meta, just come on Omega, play rank, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna get meta. In every 10 duels, 9 gonna be meta. Which is really good trading grounds. I love playing. Okay. So definitely. So the understanding of the meta is, man, cash is everywhere. So Nibiru, yeah, Nibiru is there's a very few decks now that Nibiru doesn't work on with top tier, which would be maybe Labyrinth. You're gonna side this out, but man, we have so many cards, like doesn't really matter. Ash, most impactful hand trap in the game for a long while. I don't care what nobody says. Ash is back. Bro, Ash has always been there, but now branded being back, like a lot of the decks have that effect of search the grave, search the deck. Yeah, Ash, bro. The card was $20 for a common print for a reason. Yeah, I'm gonna always keep saying that because this card is just so good, and now we have access to this card. Imperm, yet another very good trap, very good hand trap, monster negate, magic negate in the game. Yeah, definitely, man. So with all these troublesome cards playing these hand traps, bro, every body is gonna be hitting you. Like your monster cannot be destroyed by battle, by effect, cannot be targeted. You're popping everywhere, comboing like crazy because the extra deck now is updated because these 2 cards add so much value. Now you have all these hand traps. Nah, bro. even back row protection, even protection from magic and trap. This deck is an all-rounder. All-rounder. Here are the staples of the deck. The extra deck, once you play most cards that are free, you can't escape with playing Pot of Extravagance, keeping it cheap. Meaning that if the deck is super cheap, and if you want to play this deck, at its best. Man, if you have the funds to buy Pot of Prosperity, on this channel, I never advocate for players to buy expensive cards. But again, I always say there are different tiers of budget. Some budget players would save for a while. Some budget players will sell out of the cards and whatnot. You know, some budget players just don't buy expensive cards, and some of us cannot afford expensive cards, so we save or whatnot. So depending on the type of budget player you are, competitive, casual. Man, if you can't save or whatever not, and you feel you want to play this deck on a higher level where it allows you to have better control of your extra deck, then if it's possible, you can add in the Prosperity. But man, the Extravagance works great. There are times you just might banish that one card you want, but which is really rare. I can definitely say it's really rare. But the possibility is still that you can lose a match for that. But the possibility is still there. So be very mindful of how you use Extravagance. But man, it's a bit cheap now, man. This deck can still do a lot without its extra deck. But being that we got the support here, back in the days we could say that, but man, the extra deck is really flexy now, really flexy. And the two last Terraforming, yeah, is a must. Terraforming literally gets you to your domain, so must staple. And the Call by the Grave, you can change this. Like the deck has so much room, like to add certain things. Like I just slapped it. Like I said, this build is still relatively cheap. This is supposed to be an upgrade to the $40, and it's like, despite the price you're seeing here. Okay, let me just move this. Despite the price you're seeing here, this is still cheaper than this because the Omega price doesn't factor in like the cheapest version or cheapest rarity of certain cards. But as you can see, this is still the cheap. All right, let's play with the extra deck. The extra deck Omega, yeah, definitely. Like I mentioned for the Cyframe Gamma, Omega. Omega is so nice, man. So nice. The fact that you can get this card back in the grave, it's super clutch. Playing your one Zeus, bro. Whenever you're playing against Cash and their first turn, they play first, they banish Zeus. So honestly, and this is really easy to somebody in his deck, but yeah, but Zeus is getting targeted. Like the extra deck can be changed, but like I'm trying to keep it as cheap as possible. I'm playing 3 copies of the DDD Stone Darius. The reason I'm playing 3 of this, one is for the Pot of Extravagance in case one gets banished, and even if with the Pot of Extravagance, those the Deus Machinas King gets banished, this does have an interesting effect, where it can battle your opponent, remove the opponent monster on the field, and inflict 500 damage. That's great for time. It's a level 3, so it's a really good card. So I'm playing 3 of this card. The reason for this is to rank up into the Deus. Man, this is a 2 interruption negate. Crazy monster. The opponent, it doesn't negate, but it's interrupt. Your opponent activates a card, and you're just gonna detach 2 materials and just steal that card, and then the opponent no longer has that monster, which, man, trust me, this card is so irritating. In terms of monster negations, which these are all level 3s, rank 3s, we play the Sidaka King, which is effect Villa, and we also play the Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. Okay, this card is like whenever I want to play around Nibiru, because like I said, the deck combos now. So your opponent is like, yeah, this guy gonna get Nibiru, and you just drop this card, and like, bro, no Nibiru for you. I just don't like the fact it allows the opponent to draw a card. Any card that gives the opponent advantage. This is why I don't like Book of Eclipse. I don't like it, but then again, man, this card has saved me from Nibiru so many times, and 2600 defense. It's quite nice, So yeah, you're kind of maxing out. Okay, I'm not playing 3 of this because this card is the most important one. The Zerziel, because you can easily go into Zerziel with your Zerziel, Basilitrus, and any of the cards utilizing this card effect. So going to this guy, and this guy pops anyone. It's just so great. 2 copies of the Empress of the Evil Eye Gorgona. Yeah, she's nice. I'm playing 2. Doesn't matter if I banish her because Zuzil is the main target. I'm playing one copy of Night Dispersed for just plain cards to get banished. Because most times all I want to do is either go into this guy, or one of these guys here. And that's basically it. That's basically it. Drop kick the like button, guys, if you guys receive any value for this. And if you want to see the deck in action, stay tuned, subscribe. What's going on, guys? Talk to me in the comment section.